Hey Gemini, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our June monthly reading. Going to take a look and see what our guides have to say about our life's journey. Maybe they have some positive feedback. Maybe they have something, information to help us align ourselves so that we are on the right trajectory in life. Let's go ahead and see what our guides have to say. Let's see what the start of June looks like for Gemini. So the Amber Star, let go, I surrender, allow myself to grieve. So yeah, this has been a month, a year for a lot of signs. I think we've kind of gone through it. And I have to say, it has been a very, very long year for everybody. I think there's a lot of emotions that you're kind of feeling right now. It's been an uphill battle. I think last month you guys had something along with drama around that topic. Maybe arguing with somebody, argumentative. It feels like you had to maybe even choose sides. There just seems like a heaviness within that. And I think maybe something within that argumentative state, when we probably won't get into it, whatever happened within that situation has left you, in a sense, allowing yourself to grieve. There definitely feels like a breakdown, but from that, like you pivoted to the healing phase so that you can kind of move on from that. But it does feel heavy. It does feel a lot. And I just get a lot of low energy right now coming into June. Maybe even cautious energy. Let's see what's going on internally. We'll dive a little bit deeper into that. Ooh, what do I have? Two stuck? I have two. I have two, so I'm just going to go with that. It just felt stuck. So there's probably a reason for that. So I have Giraffe Spirit, see the big picture, and then Eagle Spirit, Spirit has your back. So we have these two, which I never really get to for this. And I think there probably was a message here from your guide specifically about that. Yeah, so this is kind of part of like whatever that drama was. I don't know why it feels like it's coming into this month a little bit. I'm trying to see what kind of details I can give you. So I don't know if you picked a side. You might have. I feel like you picked your own side is what I'm getting, because with the bigger picture. So for a lot of Geminis here this is a message for you. You have had to make a decision for yourself. I think you were hearing what this person was saying, what that person is saying, and maybe there was like a fight in between your friend group, or it feels like two parties, and maybe it was you and another party, but like you kind of have like, okay, I see what's happening. I'm not aligned with this. And it just feels like misalignment within this connection or connections. And you made a decision for yourself. Spirit has your back. I think you have had signs kind of pointing in the direction that this just isn't it. And your guides are like, you are making the right decision. Like, just understand we see you. You're not alone. And we're sending you signs that it's not aligned. And the fact that you can make this decision for yourself is beautiful. And internally, I feel like there's a loss within that. And again, this is surrender and allow myself to grieve. There's a loss within that because you still had a connection with these people, and you had no intention of ever walking away, especially within this moment, especially within this month. Like, you just never saw that coming. But for your own sanity, your own health, you had to, if that makes sense. There's some kind of pulling away from, ooh, there we go. But some kind of pulling away within the connections that you've had that had drama. Yep, that makes sense. So right now we have the Four of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. There is definitely some kind of, I feel like, almost animosity towards this situation. Whatever this situation is, it feels like you were put in a position to maybe rescue this situation or relationship. Maybe it was you and a partner. Maybe it was you between friends, and you were like the middle person, or you were the only one that had like, I don't know why sanity is not the word. What am I looking for here? Like, you were level-headed. Like, you were the only reasonable person and could make the right decisions, and everyone was acting on emotion except for you. You were kind of like logical, like, okay, like you were trying to problem solve, but no one else was trying to do that. And I think that you were put in a position to try to save the situation. Again, it could have been you and one other person, but it feels more of like a group. But again, place it where it makes the most sense in your life, right? This is a general reading. But it did form some kind of animosity and some kind of like, I need to take a step back. I don't care about anyone's opinion. I don't care what you have to say. I just need to like completely shut down from this. And I see that within the Queen of Wands. I see you are taking the stand for yourself. You are bringing the stability back because there was so much chaos for such a long time within these or this one connection. So internally right now, it feels low vibration because there's sadness, there's healing, there's like shock, there's like, I don't understand why this is happening, but I feel like I'm the only one that's mature enough to kind of move forward. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is Ace of Cups, Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. I really, truly, truly feel that you are walking away, like you putting this in the past means you are walking away from situations that okay, so take this where take it if it makes sense, leave it for those that need to hear if it doesn't. I feel like there's like almost gossip that's going around, not going around you, but like you're seeing that happen. And it's almost like, well, if they are able to talk about X, Y, and Z behind their back, what makes it seem like they won't do that to me? So it doesn't have to be gossip, but it feels like if you can do this to someone else, like what makes it you like what says that you won't do it to me? That like that kind of energy, that kind of theme. And I feel like you're walking away from something like that because you can't trust them. There's almost something not trustworthy. There's something that you can't like you don't have proof, but you just can't even like really try to explain it because there's no way of explaining it, but it's almost like a gut feeling, and I think you need to listen to it because like if you walk away from this, I feel like you're going to have the emotional stability. So, stability being here, Ace of Cups, there's an opportunity for you to heal from this and kind of like emotionally come through, come within, and like have opportunities to like put your energy elsewhere. There's stability that will come. Right now, I know it feels like there's a lot of up in the air, like drama. It gives you like a bad taste in your mouth and you kind of feel off, but the stability will be there. It's just a matter of shutting that door. As sad as that sounds, that is like the only way to solve that issue because it's not your problem. And I feel like the problem has to be solved within these other people. And I feel like that was like pretty much your entire last reading, which is a shame because I hope that you would have a completely different reading for June. Sorry, I was not focused. Let's do that one more time. Rest. Yeah, June is just a month of healing. So, I don't think it's like the worst thing. I really don't think this is a bad reading because I'm going to take the positive and be like, you need rest, right? Like, this seems beachy to me. The colors, like a sunset. Maybe you just need to take a trip to the beach, even if it's a day trip, just to go in the car or go to the mountains or whatever you live close to. Maybe you need to go to the lake. Maybe you need to go just ground yourself in nature. Take your family, take your close friends, whoever is important to you, or maybe just go on your own. But there's a sense of rest that's needed. And the crazy thing is this is like the work aspect, and I just like don't feel like I am getting anything about work related to this. I feel like your guides are almost really wanting you to hear this message about whatever's happening emotionally. So in regards to work, when it comes to rest, like you have to work, you have to pay the bills. That's not a question. But your emotional internal self is not 100% complete there, okay? Like when you're working, your brain is elsewhere. You're thinking about that situation, or how can that have happened, or why is that happening to me, or how could I have handled it differently? For whatever reason, this is emotionally entangling and you're not doing the best job that you can. So maybe take a vacation. If you're not used to taking the days off, or you're such a hard worker that you never take days off. I think this is a sign for you guys to kind of do that. So I'm not necessarily getting a reading of like what's going on with work, but really a reading of like you need to take a break from work. So, and I wouldn't mind anyone telling me to take a day off. So if you needed a green light on that, you have one from your guides. Let's see what they have to say with this. Yeah, I mean, yep. So we have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords, which is the second time this is coming up, and the Knight of Wands. And I do see that again, like even with the work, even with everything, like I feel like you are consistently trying to save everybody and everything. You're the person that people go to when there's an issue and you are handling it. And I see you kind of being the middleman, kind of trying to fix, whatever fire has exploded and trying to bring stability, and you try to get things that like I feel like almost overwhelmed, because for you it's not a matter of, oh, I'll get it done eventually. You're the type of person that does it today. Like if there's a deadline, like you'll do it way before the deadline just to make sure everything's perfect. And that's beautiful. That like, if that resonates, that is beautiful. Just know that that is like also adding on to your healing, like you're not allowing to heal. And again, I feel like there is a sense and lack of you being able to complete things the way you want them to, and that puts more pressure on you because your brain isn't here. I don't know like if there's a relationship aspect that threw you off. Again, this is what's happening internally that we're going back to. Their friendships, any of that stuff, anything stuff. That's also not like my English teacher watching these videos would be dead. Like she would be like, what is happening? I'm so disappointed in you. But anyway, I see you almost kind of realizing that this is needing to happen because Ace of Swords here. So there's an opportunity to see things for what it really is. I think you'll get signs from your guides like they have been sending you, because again, like spirit has your back. I think they really do give you signs. If you have a sign of an eagle, or if eagle is something that's important to you, I think you probably see that in things, and that could be your sign. We have 23, 29. If those are your numbers, those are some things that you can look out for in like your day-to-day life as a sign, and like whatever you are like, because your guides will tell you what that is. I have butterflies, I have angel numbers all the time. I think paying attention to that, and I also recommend getting like an angel number book, because it doesn't have to be like repetitive numbers. I have a book that's numbers from 1 to 999. I don't even think they add 1,000. And every number is different. And I saw a number, like kept seeing my license plate like every 5 seconds. Like I swear it was like one car and then another car, and it was the same numbers in a row. And I was like, that means something. And I came home and I was like, yes, I hear you, I got you. So just listen to those things, because I think you're gonna have this intuitive pull to just, okay, I need a break. And that'll give you like the comfort feeling. Like if you aren't like comfortable in taking off, that'll give you the like, okay, like I'm comfortable now doing that. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is 6 of Pentacles, the Moon, and 9 of Pentacles. There is going to be a moment of time where you're going to have to look within. And during this break, hoping that you take it, right? There's going to be a minute where you're going to introspect, because I think there's a lot of what your healing specifically is going to be a lot of, why did I have these friendships? Why did I put myself in these situations? Who am I as a person? Who am I? Who are they? And I think you're going to discover a lot about yourself, so that you can kind of place yourself in a different situation where it comes to friendships, relationships, work, because you you just haven't had the time to like grow. And there's some kind of like growth that is needed for your next chapter. So, whatever July is going to look like, you need to take the second to do the work, the inner work, the shadow work, because you were put in this drama for a reason. There's a lesson within this, and I feel like you're going to really dig deep as to like what this lesson was within your little vacation, like hiatus. I think again, it's needed rest. And it's just like it can be like a staycation. You could just stay home, like get a spa day, have someone come and pamper you, get a massage. It doesn't have to be like you have to spend thousands of dollars to go away. You can literally just stay home, play video games, whatever, read a book. I'm in a book phase right now too. So like my perfect vacation would be a thunderstorm, cuddle up in bed, reading one of my books. So anything that comes along where you are able to rest, like that's what you need. And in order for you, like, I know you're the type of person to be able to keep like putting, helping others, putting yourself out there to help. I think that that is going to be the opportunity that comes, and you're just going to be so comfortable with that. Like, that's the Nine of Pentacles. Like, you are going to be so stable, comfortable with what you have, grown as a person, and that's going to express itself in work because that's what that is. It's going to express itself in work. It's going to express itself in every aspect you can think of. And you're going to be able to do the things that you've been doing, but you're going to focus it on the people that deserve that. So keep that in mind, because this is like all kind of connected, especially to this drama, whatever happened. There's just something connected within that. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in the relationship aspect. So I'm getting a pull that, this could be friendships or like a significant other situation. Maybe it is family. It could be family, but we'll dig deep into that exact, that's funny, exact topic. So we have who or what is triggering you. Man, whatever you went through, this situation has definitely left you triggered. Like it, again, like it is affecting your work. It is just in your mind. And the month of June, again, is you surrendering and allowing yourself to grieve. It's just a situation. And I think like remembering that and keeping that in mind so that you can kind of, again, let go of that. Like it happened. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. Just, easier said than done, right? But it's time for you to heal from that. And it's time for your next chapter in July. Allow yourself to like move on from that and go do what makes you you. Put that behind you and realize that there's more to it, and it's just drama. It's not the end of the world. But let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Man, yeah, this is 100%. It's still affecting you. It's just, so the Ace of Cups comes up for the second time. So that's not a coincidence. We have the Two of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So the relationship, this situation that I'm talking about, the drama, is something that you've built. Oh, sorry, I should probably show you. This is something that you've worked on. You've been through the most with this person, people. It could be multiple people. So this has been a work in progress. You've put a lot of effort into this situation. And I feel like there is multiple people. And I feel like it's a group of family or friends. I'm just getting, this might be a reading for the Geminis that have like a friend drama or family drama, because you were put in a position where you had to choose. You had to choose. And I kept saying that in the beginning because this is like the decision for me that you needed to make. I don't think that you had to choose. I don't think you actually physically chose a side. I think you just chose yourself. So you can even say that within a relationship, it's you and a partner. I feel like you chose yourself. So there, this could very well be like another person, like a relationship. And it just wasn't worth like you hanging on to that, because you are growing, you are realizing things, and this is where the moon comes in. I know this is a work aspect, but I think you need to introspect to see what this situation was so that you can evolve and never put yourself there. And that's going to open up doors to so many other aspects of life because you're maturing. So like the universe is going to want you to have what you deserve within that moment. So once you evolve, you get to the next phase, the next chapter, the next thing. It could be a new job. It could be a um yeah, and it's like a trickle effect, like a domino effect, like if you're progressing in one aspect of your life, you're going to progress in the other aspects as well. And I just see there's an opportunity for you to heal from this and emotionally kind of like bring yourself up. I don't see another person doing that or people. I just feel like this is all on you right now. Again, I surrender and allow myself to grieve. So this is your month to just like let it go. And like, I really want July to be like a pick me up, something different, something new, something exciting. So, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck: Death, the Tower, and King of Cups. So this is just like reiteration for me in this instance. So what you don't see coming is the cycle is definitely ending. I think you're still holding on to a part of that. Again, this like took over your entire reading. Like it was even in your work reading. So that's how intense I think this was. It was a definite tower moment. So what people don't understand within a tower moment is yes, things crumble down, things kind of get wiped out from underneath you, but you still have the foundation to build yourself up. So, like, knowing that that's there and having the confidence that you will be okay, like, just know that that is going to happen. And what you don't see coming, King of Cups energy, I see you being the mature person, the grown person, the person that fills their cup, who is very, like, understanding of what they're going through emotionally and can kind of like nurture themselves in that way. And I see you being able to give that to other people if that's something that they need, because you have empathy because you've gone through something and you see that. And I love that for you, but I want you to realize that you're holding on to whatever that is for no good. Nothing good can come out of that, because it has to end. It is the end of the cycle. This card is the death card isn't a bad card. It just shows an end of a cycle, a rebirth, something new that's going to be coming in. So your July is, I feel like you're going to have some kind of a rebirth. I feel like if you can put your mind to just doing things for you, healing, getting the rest that you need, and realizing this is taking over your entire life and you're just letting it consume you, and knowing that, I see that there's going to be a rebirth. I feel like you're going to accept that the tower moment happened and just bloom from that. So let's just kick it into gear of the healing so that July you have like, we can see what that rebirth is and what that means for you. So if this message did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss another one of these readings, and definitely leave a comment so people can feel like they're not alone, or maybe share the experience, because the collective and like working with the collective and that energy really is able to push like for example all the Geminis in the direction of the positive. So thank you guys for coming. I'll see you guys later. Bye.